Welcome back to the Souls Charity Marathon 2023. Just want to give a quick shout out to the wonderful Counter Kitty who just did the last couple of runs of hosting. This is actually, she's returned after being away for a couple of years, and she's awesome, and it's great to have her back hosting. But right now, we're charging ahead with our next game, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, with the wonderful samura1man. How are you, Samu?
Hello, thank you for having me. I'm samura1man. I'll be running The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, the sequel to Breath of the Wild. Let's get started with the run, because there's gonna be an unskippable intro cutscene that obviously for some reason we cannot skip. So starting the timer in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. So the run has unskippable intro for some reason with the Ganondorf when the mummified version of him wakes up at the very deep in Hyrule Castle, deep below Hyrule Castle, where Zelda and Link are going to go and check out where does the malice comes from, or what is going on underneath the castle. There is actually a way to go out of bounds in this area, so I think it was a version specific. So the version I'm using right now, 1.1.1 patch, that is currently not available anymore because Nintendo has patched glitches and they patched like so much stuff for the game. Newer versions are probably slower, maybe faster in some cases to speedrun. To go out of bounds, you would have to use the wall and then like one part of the ceiling to clip out of bounds. Then from there you will have to avoid these triggers where you talk with Zelda, and that would save time for the speedrun. Though it's hard, and I couldn't do it in this patch. I believe it's not possible in this patch, I cannot remember exactly. I'm using one of the older routes with some newer strats for Great Sky Island. The very start of the area is a tutorial island, just like Great Plateau in Breath of the Wild, where you can learn how to use materials, equipment, move with Link, and also the abilities that you'll be given from 4 shrines of the island. This is like Sonai ruins we're investigating through. So much to talk about in this run when there's nothing going on right now. If you played Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, you know they're open world Zelda games. That so happens that both of these games have that option. You can go straight to the final boss fight if you want to. However, if you go, then you'll have a hard time against the final boss fights because you're really underprepared. You may not have enough hearts, the best equipment, and so forth. And in this speedrun I'll be doing that. I'll be going straight to the final boss because it's faster. It's any percent. We beat the game as fast as possible. Now this is the cutscene that is unskippable, unfortunately. That takes like 4 minutes. It's weird though how this cutscene is unskippable, but others are skippable then. Even the current patches don't add an option to skip this cutscene. Either way, this cutscene shows us what is this secret stone, and the mysterious hand was on Ganondorf and wakes up. It falls off, then Ganondorf's corpse wakes up. Oh, and this cutscene is very loud, just so you know. It happens right after this. So you wouldn't get scared all of a sudden. In Breath of the Wild, this was called Malice, like the Malice was taking control of Guardians and terrifying beasts. In this game there's no Malice anymore, it's called Gloom instead. For some reason. And Ganondorf is the source of that so-called Malice or Gloom. There's no really differences between the languages, as it's a cutscene. Doesn't matter for voice acting or the text to be different. And later on, I don't know, has the community done the timing testings for the game? I assume they've done and they've found out maybe French is faster or Japanese, who knows. But it's not a significant difference compared to Breath of the Wild, where it actually made a difference for that. Hey, it's a cool cutscene, isn't it? Every speedrun you do for this game, you will have to watch this. But I promise you, there will be some really cool tech for this game once we get started for real. I guess I can explain a little bit of lore for this. Now, when Zelda grabbed that secret stone that was on mummified Ganondorf and the mysterious hand, it plays a role of this game that the secret stone is the reason Zelda just vanishes to the unknown. She goes back in time. That's the lore of the game. And then the upheaval happens. The Sky Islands appears. Hyrule Castle rises up from the ground. And Link finds himself in a Great Sky Island after this. The route of this game, you do Great Sky Island, you grab all of the equipment you want to go beat the final boss. That's what I will be doing. The route specified is like, I do some of the newer strats and a little bit of a newer route for Great Sky Island. Then after that, when we're out of Great Sky Island, I'm using the older version of the route that I used for my first sub 1 hour speedrun of this game, because it's fun and it's consistent. It's not extremely hard either, and I haven't run the game properly for like months too, so I'm just using the strats that I remember and know. And the harder route is actually really hard too, because you have to do some really insane tech with the bullet time and the bow to go out of bounds, which seems really finicky. This room actually has 2 different methods to go up to the shrine that is for the recall shrine. I'm using the older method as it's easier for me. The other method, I've tried it. It wasn't that easy and it's really difficult because it requires fast inputs on a really specific spot to get up on the fall where you're not supposed to get normally. We won't get out of that door. We're gonna go this way. And get on this quickly if I can. I cannot. I need to get back. Oh, I hit the ceiling. Oops. It seems really hard, but it's actually really simple. Just really weird because the weapon durability actually matters here. I'll be doing jump slashes soon. Alright, there we go. This way we can get up here. Shrines are not activated, but there is a chest that gives us something important that will help us to speed up this speedrun of Great Sky Island. You know these, you possibly have played the game and know about these sonar devices. I'll be getting those called wings. Wings will make me to fly for a short amount of time in the mid-air. And I'll be using them As I'm using the older patch, 1.1.1 patch, it has duping. You can duplicate any material or any zona device. And I'll be doing that just here. By going against this wall, then equipping this, and I just duplicated that. That was really fast what I did there. Basically I sorted the menu, then I pressed B at the same time. So just press B and Y at the same time with the thumb, and then it duplicates that after you've selected those. Why? Because it sorts the menu, then it tries to close that menu at the same time. That doesn't work in a current patch, unfortunately, as it was so easy to do. So now the game starts properly. This tutorial island is just like in Breath of the Wild, like I said. There's 4 shrines we have to go through. We learn how to use Link and the equipment and the materials. There's 4 different new abilities we'll be using. So magnesis and bombs are gone. They're not in the game anymore. This falling dive animation is new for this game, though it was in a Skyward Sword. Breath of the Wild didn't have that, because we never went to the Sky Islands at all. You notice how I'm doing this like a sword, taking a sword from a sheath, unsheathing? That's just to regain my stamina back. It may not save too much time, but it's a little bit faster, I think. I believe. I don't know. I'll just do something that feels fast. After this, normally you would open the path to the next small island that is in front of us by touching the hologram with Link's new hand. However, we won't be doing that. We'll be using those wings we just collected. Purapad is our Nintendo Switch of this world. It's just like Sheikah Slate from Tears of the Kingdom. Alright, so I need to use the wing at the really right timing so I can land on it. Okay, that timing was wrong. That seems good. Oh, that's not good. I think I got messed up. Okay, we need to restart that. The wing is not supposed to be on that. I need to land on it so I can start flying. So I landed on a land by accident. Okay, perfect. Here, as it's so easy to do the tubing, I'll be doing that a few times to ensure I have enough wings for the run. The reason I'm doing this, not only it's fast, but it actually saves time for getting to the next shrine that we want to go to. The route used to be Ultra Hand into Fuse, then Ascend before. Now it's Ascend, Fuse, and Ultra Hand shrine order. We landed at the door that progresses the story. Now I need to just drop one wing behind me, then activate the cutscene. You notice how I'm still on the wing? Well, that happens that the game is not putting an autosave on. It's not using an autosave yet. And what that means that we can void out, and because the autosave hasn't happened yet, the game thinks that we are still on the island where we got the Purapad, so it warps us back there from the void out. And from here we can make it to the Ascent Shrine. That is much faster. Be doing the same thing like earlier. With the wings. I need to open the item menu, which is the... Oh. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's a little scary, but it works. You notice how he's getting gold here. We don't have the food that will give us a gold resistance. So we have to just deal with that. I'm gonna grab these spicy peppers in case. I'm gonna lose a heart here. Okay, I didn't, so I'll be fine. This route is good because we can also get these bomb flowers, which we'll be using later. To save some time from traveling to the next shrine. Right now I don't have a shield. Right now I don't have a shield. However, there is a shield. Quite well placed, right before Ascent Shrine. It also has a flame emitter on it. Though, because we don't have a fuse ability. Actually, no, that's not the fuse ability. We don't have the battery right now. That means we cannot use the power of flame emitter right now. But as soon as we get the battery, we can start using it. There is no fighting in a Great Sky Island. It's just all running around and collecting the runes. Or abilities. I think they're called runes actually. Then we can beat the Great Sky Island, progress the story, and finally the world opens. If we try to leave the Great Sky Island, like you saw me pointing out, that's not possible before we progress the story. That is giving out the Master Sword. Because it's broken. Ganondorf broke it, just like it was nothing. So that's Rauru, if anyone wonders who that character is. And the hand that saved us in the depths, that was Rauru's hand. The Rauru's hand healed Link's hand because he was hurt from Ganondorf's attack. This is Ascend. We can just ascend through any ceiling that is possible to ascend through. If it's too high up, the ceiling, we cannot ascend that because it's too far. It's too high up. But this one is perfect height for us to get through. That's a Sonai construct. These are like the enemies that protect the Sonai ruins. They're not much of a threat, especially the ones with the bow. We just ignore it. I did say that the flame emitter wouldn't work without the battery. Well, that's not the case with shrines. In shrines, there's unlimited battery. I believe it was unlimited, but you saw me using the flame emitter just now. So it does work without the battery too. Beating a shrine will give us a light blessing, which will be used to increase our hearts, the amount of hearts or stamina wheel. You can have maximum 3 stamina wheels. The more stamina, the more higher you can climb and run and so forth. Then with more health, you'll obviously survive longer. Just like in Breath of the Wild, you'll need 4 of them to increase your hearts or stamina. Next up, we're gonna make it to the Fuse Shrine. But I'm kinda far from it. However, you remember those wings that I collected? We'll be using that to make it to the Fuse Shrine. So before that, we'll be using these amiibo cards and NFC tags. Because why not? It saves time and it's actually helping me to finish this run faster, to get some specific boots I can use to get myself more speed or attack or defense. Though defense doesn't matter because we'll die from any hit anyway. I got that. Now I'm gonna use a different one. Please. There you go. And I got that. Perfect. I'm gonna save. Safety save in case I fail this next one. Okay. So the trick that I'm gonna do is this. Perfect. I'm gonna heal myself in case I'm gonna die to cold. Those amiibo tags that I used there were a Link from a Smash Bros. And a Toon Link. They give me fish and Fleet Lotus Seeds. Fleet Lotus Seeds are used for giving myself more speed up when I cook them. And the fish gives me attack up. And attack up is extremely important because it gives me 50% more attack bonus for any weapon. And materials I don't know, but weapons at least, you are much stronger with them. That will help us fighting against the final boss. Meanwhile, speed up, just we run faster. Over there, behind that, there is a rare deposit, or that... oh, it's here. Will give us a granted rupee drop. That happens because... that animation happens because I have a flame emitter on my shield. But this rupee will be really important for us. It has a massive explosion damage when you throw it on the ground. It will one-shot me too, so I need to be careful. But right here, I can use this rupee to throw it over there and kill these enemies right away. Next up, I will get this, not that one, this one. I will be using later. Now I'm gonna tube a couple materials here. Because we'll be cooking right now. Cooking. This happens because I'm mid-air with this, and you're not supposed to hold anything mid-air. That allows us to tube these. Oh, I need one more. It's really easy that anybody can do it. Though, like I said, it's patched on the current patch. And here's the attack up. Use the speed up food. This gives us, I don't remember how much speed up it was, 150% speed. Might have been 50% more speed, which is seems really significant actually. And in a long run, for longer categories, it does help a lot. Now we're entering a Fuse Shrine, where we get the, in my opinion, my favorite ability of this game. Fuse, because it's just extremely good when you have like a weak weapon. Then you combine that with a material that is very strong, like a Lionel horn. That will be a good time for host to talk a little bit, if you want to. I'll be going through the Fuse Shrine.
Yeah, that sounds good, man. That sounds good. Excuse me, sorry. If you notice in chat, there are some merch giveaways. We just had a Carebox and Davarok win embroidered caps that were given away by Peanut. This is something you can do at our amazing merch store. You can purchase for the Twitch chat, and anyone can enter. Anyone can enter. There might be a small extra fee in terms of making up the shipping costs, depending on where you live. But, you know, it's still going to be a lot cheaper than paying for the whole thing yourself, which is always good. And 20 to 30% of the merchandise you buy, depending what it is, does go directly to Save the Children, which is awesome. I just want to say, we've reached $9,711 this year so far. And there's still, oh my god, Davarok won again, twice in a row. Sorry, I just got distracted by the chat there, seeing that. That's insane.
I just made a mistake.
Oh, was that my fault?
No, I just made a mistake myself.
I mean, I did say I might distract you and you might die, so I mean, that's
that happened. That just happened.
Oh, no.
keep going, please.
Keep going. Okay. And yeah, so I just want to say, like, the support this year that you guys have shown is insane. We're actually, at this point in the marathon, we are actually higher than we were last year, which is kind of crazy. And there's still so many amazing ones to go. And when you get your donations in, remember to put them towards our last incentive of the day, which is for John DeSandonato's Reverse Boss Order Dark Souls 3 run, which is going to be really cool because I've never seen it before. And, like I've always said, I like to mess over the runners, just like I made Samu die there. And what we want to do is basically make him fight Yorm without Storm Ruler, which is very scary. And apparently he's only just started practicing it, so he might die quite a lot to that, which would always be fun. But back to you, Samu, and just a very quick question. Very, very quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Is this your favorite game to speedrun, or do you have a favorite game out of all the games you've ran?
I've run so many. I've run too many games that I don't have a favorite. In a certain period of time, I used to like Sunshine a lot, but I don't play Super Mario Sunshine anymore. At some point of the time, I was running Twilight Princess, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, which happens to be my favorite Zelda game. When Super Mario Odyssey came out, Link's Awakening, and at the time when I was running those were my favorite games. So I don't have one favorite that I would always run at any time, because my interest always changes every once in a while. Right now I really like playing Zelda games. Then in the next few months I will enjoy playing Metroid games and so forth. So I don't have a favorite for just many reasons. That I like variety. I like that I have different games to play, and I don't have to stick with the one game.
I mean, Ash is wondering what your game of the year is, but she's also said she's never played Twilight Princess, so maybe don't answer her.
Oh, like, my game of the year, this might be a hot take, I would say Ghost Runner 2 is my game of the year.
Ghost Runners 2?
Ghost Runner 2, yeah. I was really enjoying that game when I was running it.
I have not played that.
And playing it a little bit when it was released.
Alright, adding that to my wish list then.
Lies of P will be my second, for sure. But there's no way it's Tears of the Kingdom, that's my game of the year, even though I really like this game. But something about Lies of P and Ghost Runner 2 were just, oh, these games are awesome. So yeah,
I really enjoyed Lies of P.
You just noticed how I was doing some bomb jumping, just like from the animation. And that's how we can make it to the Ascent, not Ascent, Ultra Hand Shrine next. So yeah, what you were saying.
Oh no, I was just going to throw it back to you, that's fine.
Okay.
You go ahead.
Okay, are we gonna get this bomb jump? Do we have enough height? We have perfectly enough height. Nice. I really like Lies of P as how it was like a Souls game, but in a steampunk world. I really enjoyed that. It didn't have a shield to give it that Dark Souls vibe, and sure it's a Souls-like, but it's like because you put the health bar, you put the stamina bar, you put the magic meter, enemies and bosses with the health bars. It's like a Souls-like game. It was a pleasant surprise. I really enjoyed it, and it was long too for me for my first playthrough. It took longer than I expected. Ghost Runner 2 was like, this game is smooth, it's fun, cyberpunk, apocalyptic world. That I will play anytime. Tears of the Kingdom, when I played it, I enjoyed it a lot. Though it felt too similar to Breath of the Wild. So there's Sky Islands, the map is a little bit expanded, and there is some new stuff, but there's not a whole lot of new stuff that I would have wished for the sequel. I'm not saying it's a bad game, but I don't think it's a Game of the Year material, personally. And I'm saying this as a Zelda fan too. Other Game of the Years, if I have to input on that too. I don't have much to say about Baldur's Gate 3, for example, since I have not played it. But I've got friends to say you should play it, and I'm like, I haven't got myself to play it yet. That's my take on that stuff. So back to the run. I just did Ultra Hand. I skipped everything, all the puzzles. I never used the Ultra Hand. I don't even think you use an Ultra Hand once in this run. Just so you know. Maybe once, but we'll see. Either way, we've collected 3 blessings and got 3 abilities. We're just missing 1 ability that we're gonna get soonish. Is that gonna fail? No. Perfect. We got it. Right now... we're making it to the Temple of Time. There's 2 Temple of Times in this game. There's one over here, and one is in a surface. I just used a wing to my shield. Wing gives you an extra height when you shield jump. Each of the materials might give you an extra effect to the weapon or shields, which is really neat. There's like millions of combinations they could have done with materials. On top of that, every material combined with a weapon, and every material combined with weapons, they have their own pictures in a menu. It's like, think about one weapon with 200 materials, then think about the other 20, 30, 40 different weapons and combine that with all those different materials too, and shield included too. You can fuse anything with anything you can think of. It's so many combinations. I cannot even think how many it would be actually, if you have to do the math. Either way, we just got recall. That's a secret stone. There was actually a Sage cutscene, a Zelda giving us a secret stone ability. We will be using it here normally, but with the wing used to my shield, I can just skip that puzzle. We try to open this door, but we find out that Link is too weak to open it. If you try to open it, he'll just exhaust himself, and Rauro will talk to us that something is missing. We need more health to survive through this. Like open it. You remember in the start of the game when I woke up in a room of awakening, I think it was called? There was a shrine that we just bypassed. You cannot open the shrine because it was not activated at the time. But now it's activated because the shrines are activated after trying to open a Temple of Time. Then we have to warp back here. You wouldn't have the warping ability before this. You get it now. At this point of the game, you get the warping ability back. That meant that you would have to run from a shrine to a shrine when you play this game for the first time. Meanwhile, in Breath of the Wild, you are given the warping ability as soon as you get out of the Shrine of Resurrection. So the new abilities of this game are Fuse, Ultra Hand, Ascend, and Recall. I remember in Breath of the Wild, if you run out of weapons, what would be your option to deal damage? Well, using bombs. Bomb dealt some damage, and using bombs was just really helpful during fight because it won't knock down enemies. However, it's not in this game anymore. You have to rely on throwing materials, possibly. These rafts and that device there, they are in a cycle actually. They're always consistent cycles. If I'm fast like that, I'll be making it through that cycle in time before it closes the door again. those clock devices, the pieces had to be in a same angle, both of them, so it would open a door. And with the recall, you can just make it through like that then. We're done with the tutorial island pretty much. For some reason, going here will make this warp faster. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's lowering the outside world, so it's faster to warp back this way. But we're done with the Great Sky Island. Next up is gonna be preparing ourselves to go to the final boss. Yep, we're gonna go to the final boss as Link being in underwear. Nice, we got that too. That makes it really easy, that jump there, because I have the speed up food on the 50% more speed. But if I wouldn't have it, that wouldn't be as easy as it looked. We gotta do this hard puzzle again. This puzzle will just mean that you have to use recall to make it up here. That's about it. That's the puzzle. This goddess statue will give us a heart piece. A heart container, actually, sorry. There's no heart pieces in this game. If you wonder why heart container, well, that's the only option to open a door. Besides, getting a stamina wheel will not help us with this. And it doesn't give an option either. This is kind of the same kind of idea, like in Breath of the Wild with the Master Sword, where you will need 13 hearts to pull it out, or you will die from trying it. This door, however, if you try to open it with 3 hearts, you'll just exhaust yourself, like I said. You also get your hearts back. At first, when I was playing this for the first time, I forgot I have an ascend ability. I didn't know what to do here. I was like about to run away. Then I realized I have an ascend. I should probably use that. Now we're done with Great Sky Island. The world is open for us to explore. However, I am not going straight to the final boss. I need to do a little bit of a detour by going this way. If you look at right above Link, do you see that island over there that I'm looking at right now? There are fairies. And a fairy will revive you if you lose all of your hearts during combat or hazard, stage hazards, environment damage or so. I'll be using that, and with the help of duplication glitch, I'll be duplicating that a few times, well, about 20 times, just to survive during the final boss fight. So I'm not gonna get one-shotted. If I get one-shotted, I'll just have to try again. Also, not only I'm gonna grab this berry, I'm gonna go to grab something else that you would not expect to be part of the speedrun, but it used to be part of the world record. At the time when this game was released, like a week after the release, there were 2 different routes that were possible to give you a run under 1 hour, sorry. And I'm using one of them that I really like still. It's outdated, very outdated nowadays. But I like it better, since it's consistent and doesn't rely on doing a really hard out-of-bounds trick with the... Oh, I can just... So here's sand, and I'll be duplicating these a few times. This happens so fast that I cannot really explain it in detail what is going on, but jumping mid-air with a shield jumping and opening the menu with the materials and selecting them to hold them and sorting the menu while pressing the B button, which closes the menu, will duplicate these. I'm gonna make a couple more duplications for berries in case something actually got wrong, and maybe a couple of those rupees too. Yeah, that's seems really cheesy, but that was part of the game before. It was so easy that anybody can do it. Right now you're seeing I'm going to the Great Plateau. Yep, I'm going to the Great Plateau and descend into the depths. Why would I do that in any person speedrun? I'm glad you're wondering too. You see, if you go to the Great Sky Islands depths, there is this ability that I completely missed for my casual playthrough for like many hours. Oh yeah, I'm also using an air bike. Yeah, the one that everybody would build for their traveling around. Yep, we build an air bike in any person run. Can I not get on that? No, I cannot because it was in a wrong spot. Okay, need to redo this. That should do it. Hey, we successfully built an air bike and we're going this direction. Right underneath the Great Plateau, there is this structure that will give us an ability. Auto build. Auto build will just make anything you've built before. It memorizes like 20 different builds that you've done. You can even favorite them if you want. And using an auto build will help us to beat this game faster. Believe it or not. Also, I'm stuck on a wheel. Nice. The second route relied on getting those steering sticks and using them to go to the final boss faster. Believe it or not, that was also part of the run. But I'm not doing that because I like this route better. And it's more fun too. You don't always have to do the fastest speedrun route to enjoy speedrunning. You can always do something that is slower, more fun, more consistent. The newer routes, I can spoil that you go out of bounds by using a bullet time, like if you remember I said that. And that's really hard to do. On top of that, you do it twice, not once. Also, you skip getting fairies because it's slower to go get them then. Next up, I'm gonna attach these, put this together, like that. I think that's fine. I don't like that better. Okay. Next up, we go back. It makes sense, I know, but don't worry, you'll be impressed by this next glitch. We collect an auto build to use this next glitch, called an auto build cancel, which allows us to, well, you'll see soon. You'll see what is gonna happen. I gotta go this direction. Where are these blanks that I'll be using to combine, or for a great combine? I wanna combine it with this, please. I built that kind of wrong, but that's okay, because I only need to build a bridge to go across. I want to build this kind of a device. That's not even a device. I'm gonna take off motion controls. Favorite that quickly so I don't miss it. And there's the auto build cancel. You see how it's moving mid-air. Do you wonder what happens if I ascend through this plank and just start walking on it and go straight forward? Yeah, that's what's gonna happen with auto build cancel. This is patched in a current patch. It's not working anymore, and it's a really fun speed tech. You move fast, really fast meter. That was not the only reason why we got the auto build. There's also another reason we got it for. You say you remember if I said I'm gonna grab some equipments. Well, my only equipments I'll be collecting were just the rupees before the final boss fight. Before you start the actual final boss fight, there will be a boss rush and a lot of enemies will have to go through. During the army phase, like there's a lot of single enemies. They will drop a lot of equipments. We'll be collecting those too. Beat the final boss and boss rush then. Don't worry, I'm fine. I have 30 different berries. Next, I need to remember this. I always forget to put on the speed up food. I'm gonna go to this corner. I'm gonna use this to go out of bounds. Yep, using an auto build cancel the device like that will let us clip through out of bounds. Sweet, right? If you want to go to the final boss, you would have to go through a bunch of different rooms with a bunch of different enemies. And that's obviously takes time. Okay, I'm not clipping through that anymore. I don't know why. Luckily there's a backup over here we can use. Perfect. I'm supposed to clip through that to get to the army fight faster. Luckily there's a backup. Oh, I also didn't mention, doing that clip might have a chance to softlock the game. Though, the game automatically autosaves there, so we're fine with that. You notice how, in the background, you might notice that there's that auto-build device flying around. You don't have to worry about that.
Let me know if you got time for some dodos, Sammy.
Yeah, feel free to do that, because we're just killing these enemies with a bunch of rupees.
Nice, nice. Well, we have two donations. We have a $10 donation from Ash saying it's been so nice. It's been so nice to see you run so many different games this year, Sammy. Can't wait to see what you get up to next year as well. Thanks for being such an inspirational runner. We also have a $10 donation from Matty saying, "Chat, let's get the donos going. Save the children." Thank you, Matty. Thanks for the donations, guys. And yeah, do you have a secret plan for your next game, or is it not decided yet?
My secret plan is not so secret anymore because I'm already working on it. So I have a project. I have a project where I want to beat 20 mainline Zelda games back to back in one day.
Whoa. Any percent, I assume?
Yeah, any percent.
Oh, that's really cool.
Right now I'm in a process to try to learn, like... well, I'm still doing the Minish Cap. I've been doing this game a little bit, then older ones, like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. The project is taking a while, because there's a couple of games I've never run before, but I've played through them. So that's what I'm working on right now. I've put my eyes on that and focus on that. Though doing other stuff like YouTube, video editing, takes some time too. Oh, that didn't die. It's fine. That's what you can see me be doing for the next couple months probably. And my goal is to beat them in less than a day too. That's my goal. I really want that to be It's gonna be hard, I know, because staying awake for 24 hours is not easy at all. Didn't really get much to say about this fight, but I was throwing these rupees to kill every enemy faster because the explosion is just so massive and it kills everyone fast. Now it's time for a boss rush. You notice how I collected like 2 different weapons. Yeah, with those 2 different weapons I'll be beating these bosses. Not really. I'll be duping this material that I just collected.
Sabu.
Yeah, what's up?
I need to tell you something really cool. We just had a another donation by Peanut for $269 saying Lil Hero, which means we have reached $10,000, which is kind of nutty.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I made a mistake there, but I can actually back this up. I'm fine. I have a backup plan, I believe. Please climb up that. Everything's all fine. Am I going the right spot? Oh yeah, I'm in the right spot. Okay, so we skipped the boss rush. That's what I was planning to do. Yep, makes sense. I'm actually not dividing those bosses at all. There will be 6 bosses we will have to fight back to back. But we are not doing that for obvious reasons. It's faster to do this. So there was a mistake that I just did earlier. And I have to... do some... Okay. Did I just get the duplication? Yeah, I got it. Nice. Okay, we're fine. I hope. I had to duplicate my weapon because I didn't duplicate the material that I got during the fight, and there were no other materials in a fight anymore. Alright, here's the final boss fight, Ganondorf. You heard the music was there in the background for a second from Golgara. No, I didn't get the backflip. Backflip will give me a flurry rushing. That would allow me to attack quite a lot of times. I'm not getting an animation. There we go. It's the Demon King's first phase. Done. Since we're ahead or behind the schedule, I'm gonna be watching this cutscene because it's pretty cool. Takes about a minute. And you get to see Ganondorf a little bit longer. If you ask me who's my favorite Zelda character, it's Ganondorf. No doubt. And awesome for hitting $10,000 for this charity marathon here, doing it for a good cause, everyone. And here's the Ganondorf powering up with the secret stone he's stolen. It's pretty awesome. The first time I played this, I saw the health bar going up off the middle. I was like, please go off screen. It was a pleasant surprise and so funny at the same time. And terrifying too. It's a skippable cutscene actually, but I don't want to skip it because it's awesome. And because I can watch it. Oh yeah, and the Golgara music still plays in the background because the game assumes we're still in a Golgara fight, even though we're not. Oh, and Ganondorf can flurry rush too, if you didn't know that. It needs 3 flurry rushes to beat Ganondorf with the help of attack up food as well. Ganondorf spawned an additional 4 phantoms to help out during the second phase. For the third phase, he'll be adding more attacks, trying to make the fight harder. Where we're doing the same thing. We'll be flurry rushing him 3 times, and that's the fight. Flurry rushing is a better option than doing perfect parries, because you get more attacks in. Also, I didn't mention this, every weapon has their own like secret buff. For example, this weapon, it's a Royal Halberd that gives additional damage buff for doing flurry rushes. when you do Flurry Rush, you'll do more damage. And there's different weapons that does like quicker charge for a quick spin, or power double damage if you're at 1 health or less. Stuff like that exists in a game. With that, Demon King Ganondorf is dead. We killed him. Also, we talked. Not really. He's in a cutscene that we just skipped. He'll eat a secret stone, and that transforms him into a demon dragon. And the final fight is a spectacle dragon in a sky we'll have to fight. It's pretty awesome. Oh, and we get the Master Sword just before the demon dragon fight, as that has been restored by this light dragon, who is Zelda. It was Decade Master Sword before, but we put it to the light in a Temple of Time, and it went back in time to Zelda, and Zelda restored it for us. You could even get this Master Sword during our playthrough without even knowing who or what is this light dragon. Must have been an amazing moment when you grab the Master Sword without knowing what is going on. So the Demon Dragon has... oh yeah, I have completely even missed that. We don't have a paraglider. Which means that we'll have to survive. Try to land on the weak points of the Demon Dragon. Let's see, can I get this strat? Hey. Oh, I didn't get that. That's unfortunate. Well, seems like we'll have to just wait every time. For some reason it didn't launch me off into the air. I would have been using a wing to get up there. This other weak point. What kinda sucks about this now is that I have to wait for the Demon Dragon to move. It would have started moving just before I land, and I would mess up the strat completely. No, it's just a waiting game. If I had the paraglider, this would have been a much better. But see, I don't have it, so I'll have to just rely on doing it like this. I might be able to make it there. I'm not too sure how many fairies I have. Then I'll be fine. It's just that do I have enough time to make it there? I have to run quite a long while there. Also, I might fall off. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. That's the nature of this fight if you don't have the paraglider. Can't do much about it. I'm gonna lack in practice for this too, because I haven't run the game for months. Zelda's movement is kind of a RNG too. Oh, okay, you're just gonna start moving too, huh? Well, I'm staying on Zelda then, I guess. What a comedy run it turned into. I've had to wait for the Demon Dragon to move. You can see it was starting moving because of the dragon starting to glow. Unfortunate way to end this run, but no can do. That seems much better. Alright. There's 3 more weak points we have to take down. The fastest strats will be getting 2 eyes in 1 cycle before it starts moving. When it moves, you cannot stay on the dragon at all. This is pure random, what is going on right now. Just have to hope that it moves in the right spot. That is fine. The one is in the middle back. I also didn't mention this. You don't take any wall damage if you land on a dragon. That's what helps with this run too, for not having a paraglider. One of the older routes that we used to do for this run, we didn't get the paraglider. We would have to go through the depths to the final boss fights. And you would have to beat Kolkara boss fight without the paraglider too. Which was really nerve-wracking because you only have one try for beating that boss fight without the paraglider. Okay, that is fine. Doing this kind of a shield jump will give us a little bit more distance. But hey, if we're underestimate, I'm more than happy about this run. I have, yeah, 10 berries still. Just gotta run through this quickly. If I had speed up, this would have been better. You do have enough time to run from like an eye to eye. But the amount of hearts you have or berries will just determine will you survive that or not. Next up is the final hit. One more hit. Oh, nice Zelda. She just completely missed me, grabbing me. The speedrun is it's pretty fun. There can be a couple of weird moments with the glitches that the game offers. But hey, that's the end of the run. The timer doesn't end yet. It ends after we save Zelda. Just gonna do the final attack to the secret stone to break it. After these cutscenes, Demon Dragon explodes. Yeah, the explosion happens. Then happens a cutscene where Rauru and Queen Sonia are saving Zelda from transforming back to the human. And the timer ends when I grab her. I'll be saying that. So that's the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Thank you SoulsSpeedruns charity marathon for having me. I appreciate you having me. So I'm samura1man. I'm running lots of different games like Mario, Zelda, Metroid on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/samura1man. I'm also YouTube doing some YouTube videos as well. The timer ends in just a few seconds. And that is time.
GG, well done, Samu. Underestimate. You did what you needed to.
Thank you.
That run was sick.
Yeah, it was a really fun run when it came out at the release. Just constantly changing routes and stats every day.
I'm assuming the Hundo version of this is like Breath of the Wild, where it's like 20 hours or something, right?
Yeah, it's like 30 hours long.
Oh god. So when are you doing that?
Hopefully never.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I assumed after you've done all your Zelda 80%, you would move on to Zelda 100% for everything? No?
No, maybe. Who knows? I have like an unlimited list of content ideas and speedrun ideas I want to do, and I will probably never be able to do all of those. Right now, like I said, during this run, I'm focusing on doing mainline Zelda games. 20 mainline Zelda games back to back in one day. That's the goal. If I don't do it, then that's fine. I'll try it again. I'm in process of learning a couple new games like Oracle of Seasons, the Windfaker HD. 20 mainline Zelda games. it's on the fastest version, not the remakes counted. If unless the remake is faster, then I'll be using that. But yeah, that was the run. And thanks for having me again. On to the next run, right?
Yeah, thank you very much, Samu. And basically, what Samu is saying there is he's pretty much a god gamer, and you should go watch him.
Yeah, I'm just good at video games, I guess.
Exactly, you are. You're amazing at video games. It's insane. But yeah, up next we do have, if I remember correctly, and I'm not, going to forget my own things and my own event that I help organize. We're going to have the basically full randomizer for Dark Souls, which will be really fun. The race between Master and Duxual, which is coming up. We did meet our incentive for that, so we have added moveset randomizer to the, I think it's item and fault gate randomizer. So yeah, it's going to be pretty random the next run, and it's going to be kind of nuts, so make sure you stick around for that. Thank you once again to Samurai1man for running. That's his second run of the marathon, by the way. He did Super Mario Wonder yesterday, so make sure to check that out as well. And hope to see you next time, Samu.
Hopefully, so yeah.
Thank you so much. And anyway, yes, we'll go to intermission.
مكتوب عليه إخلال ما خرجني يفوت عليه سكر يعني مشان في عطانة ممزقة جوا وهي حارتنا كتبوا لنا على بيوت إخلاء كلن تقريبا. هون بناء كان عالي مثل هون فوق كانوا ساكنين جيراننا فيه طالعوا الأنقاض طالعوا وين بس يعني في هلا بنتين مخترة في المشافي. هون كان ساكن عالم هو وزوجته توفى يعني صحيح هي البيوت قديمة بس كانوا ساكنين عالم فيها. يعني بتمنى يصير عندنا بيت جديد غير هذا لأن هذا تدمر كليا.